Hello guys, so you have a lot of bones, but you don't know which class to buy. Well, in this video, I will show you the top 10 classes for solo gameplay. Make sure to watch the entire video, so you guys know what class you should pick. Now, without further ado, let's go. But be sure to comment your opinions, because I will read your comments. Now, let's go. Now, I put this class at top 10 because it's one of the better class in my opinion. The ability of it is the best for early game. This class is really overpowered in early game, since it has a 1.5x cell bonus, which instantly makes it a really good class. And it would have been top 5 if it wasn't nerfed. Before, it gave a 2x money bonus instead of 1.5x. Aside from all of that, it has a 10x chance of getting hit by lightning, which isn't even a really big problem, since you can just hide in a house, and you'd be safe from everything, so you don't really need to worry, and you would just be safe from all things. Just make sure to watch out for everything, since High Roller doesn't have an advantage. If it's a fight, this class is a really good class, and you should definitely buy it. Now moving on to the next class. This class is a really good class for one reason. It's because of its passive. The passive allows you to tame vaults easily. Instead of feeding it, you only need to get hit by it, and boom, it's already tamed. This means you can essentially create an army, then raid each structure with little difficulty. This class is a really good class in my opinion, and you should definitely buy it. The best thing about this class is, it's cheap, and you don't need to be an expert for it. And that is the big reason why I recommend this. So, you should definitely buy this class, as it is one of the best classes for beginners, and it doesn't cost much. Now let's move on to the next class. This class is very good, since it spawns with these following items. These are the following. A full set of armor. That is the best thing any class spawns with. Not only is this money saving, but you can also solo structures more easily, since the armor will give 50% defense, which is already enough to survive explosions. That's why this class is very good. I recommend this class to everyone, so be sure to buy it. And this class only has one downside, which is slightly lesser walk speed. So, in my opinion, I think the downside isn't bad, and you can definitely just ride a horse. So don't worry about that since it's easy. The ironclad can easily raid the structures, except castle, but it only spawns in 38k, so I'm sure you can go and raid everything. Now for the next class for this. Now the reason I put this class at 7th is because it's very amazing, because it gives you a lot of money, and that is very crucial early game. It gives you about 500 cash in the 1 to 10k meters, which already allows you to buy everything, which means this is one of the best early game. Not to mention that it gives you a free helmet. No, not this one, but the mining helmet with the light. And on top of all of that, it's the one of the cheapest class in the shop, which to me it's very surprising. So you can basically just spend 10 minutes. Then boom, you have enough for the class now. This is one of the best for beginners. So, if you just started the game you should get it, because it's a really good class. Now for the next class. This class is very good, because of two things. First, it's because of its passive, which is a 25% chance to reanimate enemies. And for the second thing which makes this better. So basically, if you raid the Sterling Town, you will get the Jade Sword. And paired with this class, it's very good. And this sword has a 50% chance of reanimating. And pair this with the Necromancer class, you basically have a 75% of reanimating, which also means you can reanimate most times. So that's the reason why this class is very good. In my opinion, you should definitely buy this, since it's also very cheap. It costs only 35 bonds, which, if you ask me, it's very cheap. So I recommend all of you guys to get this too, since it can solo structures very fast and easy. Now moving on the next class. Now, you might think I'm crazy, because Conductor is at 5th place. But hear me out, you might think it's only usable on duos or more. But you couldn't be more wrong, because this class gives more speed to the train. And not only that, it gives you 2 coals, which you may not think is very good. But with these 2 coals, you can skip spending money on coal, and spend it on a revolver instead, which allows you to solo the entire town, which is very good in my opinion. This class is also the main pick when you go duos or trios or more people, so just pick that whenever you don't go solo. And this class is also the main pick for the pacifist and unkillable challenge, so I recommend this class to you guys. Most people don't really use it in solo, because they think this class is for parties, just because it doesn't spawn with a shovel. Now the next class are gonna be better. Make sure to stick around for that, because they are very overpowered. Now for the next class. This class is very good for solo, because it gives you these two things. A horse and a revolver. Now, you might be asking me, what's so special about these things? Well, first of all, the revolver is good early game, and you can solo the entire town with it. And not only does it give you a revolver, but it also gives you 2 free revolver ammos, and not only that, it also gives you a horse, which is very good for escaping things. So, in my opinion, I think it is very good, and it's also somewhat cheap. It only costs 50 bonds, which, if you ask me, then I think it is cheap, so I definitely recommend getting it. Now let's move on to another class. Now, this class is one of the best in the game, because of one item, and it is milk, because of how easy it is to get, and how overpowered the buffs are, so you should definitely get this class. The Milkman class spawns with a bottle of milk, which, if you get covered in it, you will be faster than the train at 100%, and it also gives more health regeneration, and it also buffs melee damage by a lot, to the point where you can one-shot zombies. This buff lowers with the percentage, so if the 100% percentage lowers, the buff will be lesser and lesser. If you're not standing in a puddle of milk, this class can easily solo every structure. Just get enough milk and you should be good. You should buy this class. Now, let's move on to the next class. This class is very good, since it gives you 2x of every stat, which, to me, it's pretty overpowered. But there's always a downside. You have 0.9x of every stat in the morning, which isn't a really bad downside. So, I recommend you guys to get this, since it's very cheap. It costs only 50 bonds. It only takes a few minutes to get that much. And if you are worried about the 0.9x stats, then just raid at night, and don't raid in the morning, because you will most likely not finish it. So just raid at night. Now, enough for the werewolf class. For the top 1 class, here is the top 1 class in Dead Rails. I think you guys already knew that this is top 1, because vampire class is really good, and there's only one downside, and it is sunlight damage. But the main reason why this class is very good is the movement speed and melee damage. This class buffs them by 2x, which means your movement speed is 2x, and so is your melee damage. So this class is already very overpowered, but the developers decided to add another thing, and that is the vampire knife with it too. And that is the best thing about this class, because of the new melee system they added, and it allows you to heal infinitely, if you spam it enough. And also, here is a tip, you can block the sunlight damage. If you hold a newspaper and cover the sun, this will be the for this video now guys. I hope you guys found it helpful. Comment down below if you did, and subscribe and like to help me out. Bye everyone.